Okay, we will be live in about 10 seconds. Okay.
Already says we're live for me.
Yeah, it already said it was recording.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the weekly Howl. Life to Wolves. There you go. Life to Wolves Network's latest show. I'm your host, Roman. I'm here with Vincent and Ashley. And tonight we're going to talk about theme parks. Now, theme parks meaning like just any kind of theme park, just like a Six Flags, where I grew up, King's Dominion, or like a Busch Gardens. I don't know if anyone knows what that is,
I've
but
heard
from
of
the
it, yeah.
South, okay.
Anyone
Or
who doesn't know Busch Gardens is, I don't
okay.
even know what to, I wouldn't even know how to respond to that.
But also like state fairs, Renaissance fairs. We're gonna go into it all because it just brings me back to my childhood, and I still love them. And I've been to it with my niece and nephew recently, and they have been really fun. So let's talk about funnel cakes, but we'll get to that. But all right, Vincent. I want to hear from you. What's going on?
Yeah. So, fittingly enough, literally this past Sunday, I went to a Renaissance fair with some friends, and it's honestly it's so much fun because Renaissance fairs are different from others because yeah, they have the stores, the food, the games, the shows, all that. But there's something about having it in the old timey and like a bunch of people are wearing costumes and stuff. Look, dude, I'm walking around with a sword strapped to my back and a dagger on my waist. It's just
Yes.
I put on war paints and everything. Just like, it was a good time.
William Wallace.
Yeah. No, only issue though was I went for like a whole Celtic warrior look, and the thing is that Celtic warriors don't wear clothes, so I decided to go shirtless and I got badly sunburned as a result. So it's been an uncomfortable rest of the week, especially going into work having to put on a shirt over my burnt shoulders. Just like I'll be sitting at my desk, just don't
Ooh,
scratch, don't scratch,
yeah.
don't scratch. But
Wait,
totally,
Piece of advice from someone who gets burned very often. If you wet a cloth and put some salt on it and just like dab it over your chest, it helps a lot.
I will probably have to try that, or at least
all right.
next time. It's finally starting to fade. But back to the topic though, fairs and everything, super fun. I'm a big fan of playing games when I go there. Like at least for the Renaissance Fair, one of the things was knife throwing. That's always fun.
I love knife
I
throwing.
was just gonna say that because like when I was I was a kid, I went there and like yeah, you throw knives. That was awesome.
Yeah. No, like I like my issue though is I can be such an impulse buyer. So like I'll be looking at the shops and seeing all this cool stuff and just be like, yeah, I could use that. And it's just like, oh no, I've spent all my money. This is bad.
Okay. Actually, I have a friend that actually brought a rapier. Do you know what a rapier is?
Yeah.
Bought from
It's
a Renaissance fair. Bought a
yeah.
rapier and
Yeah.
has it at his house. Like just yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, a
No,
rapier meaning like if I'm not wrong, like it's like kind of like it's a small sword, but it has uh
it's
the guard,
yeah.
right?
For those who may not know, a rapier, think of a musketeer sword. So it's long, very thin, and
Like
it
a
has
fencing sword.
yeah, like a fencing sword. It exactly, and like in use, it's designed to like stab between the ribs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
No, but
it's
very
quick,
sharp. Oh yeah.
it's stabby as opposed to slashy, but yeah.
Oh
Can
yeah.
someone buy me one of those? I could really use one.
All right. Well, Ashley, like, what is your favorite, or what, either present day or growing up? What was your favorite amusement park to go to?
Past wise was probably like a three-way tie between the Renaissance, or not the Renaissance Fair, sorry. Disney World, Islands of Adventure, and Rapids Water Park.
Okay. Those
Rapids
all
Water Park is like fucking amazing. It's got like one of those like funnel water slides, and it's got like a black one
Oh, I always called
too.
those toilet bowls.
Oh,
Oh, wait, but that's all in
present
Florida,
day,
isn't it?
probably more like the Renaissance Fair again, because I love dressing up and putting on my English accent.
Oh, well, let me hear it. Let's hear
Hold on, I gotta.
it. Get into character. We'll give you a little time. Come on. Come on. Get into character, please.
How are you today?
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's it?
I'm sorry, did you want more? Because you have to ask me a question. I can't just
Okay.
randomly spout out words.
Typically, if you ask,
Okay. How do you feel about Scotland?
Scotland? No.
No.
Not
No?
at least in terms of the food. I mean, liver.
Haggis? You know, like the haggis?
No.
The fried Snickers bars? You know, like those?
I'm not really a chocolate girl.
Deep fried Oreos, though, that is my favorite food.
I love deep fried Oreos.
Oh. And then about the funnel cake too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to have extra powdered sugar on it.
Yeah. Really? I'm not a fan of that.
That's where all the flavor comes from.
It's so processed though.
Dude, it's fried food. Everything.
Yeah, everything is processed.
What? Yeah, but I'd like to think that at least it's like bread. I don't know, like the bread at least is kind of not
It's
processed.
fried bread, and bread
Yeah.
itself is processed.
It's not even it's not the bread that's bad. It's the oil that it's cooked in.
Actually, bread is bad in itself too, technically speaking.
Oh, well, depending.
No,
I feel like depending on like where it comes from. In the U.S., yes, bread is bad.
no, all bread is bad.
No.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna drop the accent.
No, I want to hear it. Keep going. Keep going. I want to hear this.
I just meant. Wait, what?
No, I want to hear you keep going with the accent. I want to hear this.
Oh, fine. Basically, the number one thing you hear people cutting out when they're on a diet is bread.
Well, it's the
Right.
carbs. It's carbs in general. So bread, pasta, chips. Well,
That's
not
what
all
I'm saying. I'm not saying bread is bad like it doesn't taste good. I'm saying bread is bad like you're not necessarily supposed to consume a bunch.
Well, it all depends really, because like people used to live on bread and water alone. So, but
Yes,
it's also,
and that is.
It's
Wait, no, because there was fruit still. Fruit grows from trees.
yeah, but if you're a peasant, you got to give the fruit to the Lord. So
Right. Yeah.
Yes, but that's also why the Lord invented more food options beyond bread.
not that Lord, lowercase L on that.
But no, we had grain. Like it was like bread was it was important because of when we got so populated that like we couldn't just like just eat fruit and wherever we were fruit and vegetables all the time. We needed something else, and so grain was very important. And so like that they made bread out of that. And so like grain is like it's not as healthy for you as fruits and vegetables, obviously, but we evolved, I feel like, in our systems to
Technically speaking, we didn't need more than fruits and veggies. We just wanted more than fruits and veggies.
I don't know.
Right, that was just what was easily available. It was what was easily available. We could just you could just pick fruit and pick veggies, and it was tough,
but if you think about
to,
it,
hunt something, So we ate meat.
If you
but-
think about it, if we just stuck to fruits, veggies, and hunting, our country would probably still be a lot more thinner.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I think our country would be more thinner if we didn't have as much processed food.
Yeah, no, it's like
Processed
you go to
food, that's the problem.
yeah, it's like if you go to Europe, like I was in
But
Italy for I was in Italy.
we got there by the fact that we wanted more than just fruits, veggies, and hunting.
No, but
If we
it's-
weren't so greedy, we'd be a lot healthier.
No, but it's not just that. Like I was in Italy, and you eat nothing but you eat pasta like every single day. Like carbs galore. Honestly, pasta, bread. Yes, there's meat. Yes, there's fruits, veggies, and stuff. But the point is that at the end of the day, like they're all, despite eating nothing but carbs, a lot of Italians are generally healthier than Americans because like American food standards are like bottom of the barrel. Like literally we aren't allowed to export our crops or like a lot of our food. We're not allowed to export it to Europe and stuff because it doesn't meet their health standards.
Exactly, and like that's what I was saying. Like, because I've been to like I was in Italy twice in the past couple of years, and that is very, very true. And it's weird because like I ate all day, and I lost weight.
Yeah,
because like it's just like because
you're eating healthier food.
It's just better like ingredients because like when you go to a restaurant, you talk to them and like they say like, oh well, like you know, I get the wheat to make the bread for pizza like a block away or just up the hill, or like they get the tomatoes from a mile away. They get the cheese, they make their own cheese, and like so it's just it's not like here.
It just occurred to me, what were we supposed to be talking about theme parks? How did we get so far off?
What are your thoughts about Six Flags, Ashley?
I think I've only been.
You got nothing. Come on.
Well, no. See, I think I've only been once, and I was too young to really remember. So I haven't been in a while. So I can't really diverge an opinion on that.
I feel like
you got nothing then. Why are we not talking about food anymore? You got nothing. Okay, well, all right.
Six Flags is good to go to if you really want to do roller coasters. Six Flags is usually the place to go to.
Yes.
Like Six Flags is the one that it's usually a Six Flags that comes up with the crazy roller coaster ideas. The ones that used to like scare me too much as a little kid, and even scare me some today as well.
Okay, yeah, I've never been to a Six Flags. I know there's like that is like kind of like the McDonald's of amusement parks because they're just all over the country.
Well, yeah, it's like I think I can't remember how I actually have a friend who works for Six Flags, which is fitting because he's a roller coaster junkie, but can
you get me a free ticket?
Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, so I think he can get in free at other Six Flags. I don't know how it works fully, but yeah, it's there. Each one is like independently run, but at the same time it's a conglomerate. So they will share, like you can find the exact carbon copy of roller coasters at different Six Flags. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, growing up, I grew up like in Virginia, and we have King's Dominion, which is in like this rural part between like near Richmond, Virginia. I don't know if you know where that is, but near Richmond, and it was a great amusement park. I mean, it was like most amusement parks. Like there's a lot of like dirtiness to it, nastiness to it. The food there is kind of crappy, but it was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of cool roller coasters, and they were bought by Paramount. And then so what happened was like it took over, and then like they had like all these like Paramount like movies, kind of like themed roller coasters, but it was still fun. Like it was still great, and I liked it a lot because there was always this sense of like danger because the roller coasters really weren't that they weren't kept up that well, so they're rickety. So you kind of like went off a little, like went a little off the track when you're going around a curve, which I don't know. I found kind of exciting because it was like thrilling. I don't know, but I don't know if that's just kind of a, I don't know if that's just a way of just, I don't know if that's just my way of just my thrill of like cheating death or whatever. And I think that's kind of like what a roller coaster is about. It's just
You
sort
want
of
to
like,
cheat death, go on
doing-
skydiving.
well, yeah, but I don't want to go that extreme.
I really want to
Bungee jumping.
skydive, actually. I've been indoor skydiving. That's fun.
Oh,
But-
I heard that's fun. But
but it-
like I have skydiving on my bucket list.
No, but indoor skydiving is it's actually really tough because like so when you go, they'll have the professionals who work there, they'll give you a show of like, oh yeah, this is what we can do. And like they're doing all these crazy tricks. Like one dude was cool. Like he did like Spider-Man hands and then just launched himself to the very top of the tube, fell down, but caught himself by like bending his back in such a way that he didn't hit the net at the ground. And it's just like, wow, that's insane. Like, but then I tried it and literally like it's hard to even just stay floating because you have to control every single muscle in your body and have absolute balance. Otherwise, you'll just fall.
So there's actually in Maryland, because I live in DC. Like in Maryland, there's a lot of like indoor skydiving places. So is it really like, I've never been skydiving, but is it like what I've seen in like movies where you just you do the whole like, and it just the air pushes you up? Like how does
Yeah. So you basically stand over a giant fan, and
Okay.
you hold yourself horizontal, and then if you hold yourself right, you'll float. But if you like dip one side or be like make yourself if you make yourself aerodynamic in any way, you will fall. So you got to make yourself as wide as, and you got to keep your body still. Because
Okay.
if
So,
you like
tense
kick your legs, you'll fall.
You got to tense up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, I remember. So you guys go to state fairs growing up. I remember that was kind of the most exciting, but the most treacherous rides I've been on because it is like just the state fair. Actually, I went to the city fair that came into town in the city that I grew up in, and it would like they would have this ride called the Zipper. Basically, you got in this cart, two people, you hung onto it, and it was like on a how do I explain this? It like goes around like this, but your cart is able to spin, like so you keep flipping while it goes around. If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
like you're constantly, like flipping around, but it's
I
like
would
it's
hate
metal
that.
cage, and you have to like keep your head from like hitting the
I do that every year at the South Florida Fair.
Oh yeah. I thought it was really fun, but it's there was a lot of incidents that happened in my hometown with that thing, but it was fun. I mean, it was like I kind of think that that's sort of like the the thrill that we get out of amusement parks, obviously, and state fairs, especially state fairs, because it's just this you could die thing.
Yeah. No, I know I didn't go to a state fair until college because it happened to be right next to where I went to college. So
Oh, okay.
so yeah, and like yeah, all I heard were the rumors of just like, yeah, don't go on the roller coaster. So even though it looked pretty fun, I was just like, fine, I won't go. So I just walked around, played games, ate tasty but non-nutritious food, but had a good time.
Well, yeah,
I
because
go
I feel
every
like
year with my dad just to play games, win the prizes, and hand them out to kids.
Nice.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
But I
like
feel
we'll like see a kid that's crying and we'll just be like, "You want this?"
But the problem is, I think with a lot of like just amusement parks in general, even if it's a state fair or a Six Flags or King's Dominion, Busch Gardens, is that what you always see, what always makes me nervous when I get on the roller coaster or the ride or whatever, is there's some teenager that's like controlling the fucking buttons. So like I get in and I'm not scared of roller coasters, but then I see this like, teenager with this cracked voice, like, get strap in. And I'm like, oh fuck, this is the guy that's in control of this mechanism. Like, I mean, I know it's not him, but he's the one pressing the button. I don't know. That's what always freaked me out.
Yeah, I can understand that because like one time when I was little, me and my family went to this water park, and you know how like at the top of the slide, the guy has like there's a guy at the top who has to like look down and see when the person's like out the other end.
Yeah.
There was this guy there working that day, and I went down, but I was like so small that I somehow got stuck on the water slide. And before, like, he didn't even make sure I was like, and he set my mom down and she rammed into the back of my head.
Ouch.
Yeah. Jesus.
No.
Like so you did the cross arm, like, friggin' like cross leg thing and it went down.
I don't remember. I don't even remember it fully. I just remember my mom telling me about it all the time and like feeling like a little scar sometimes when I was growing up.
No, I feel like I was always more afraid of water slides than roller coasters. Just like I could do a water slide if I was in an inner tube, but like when I'm just there with my body, like I'd be so afraid. Just like, oh, what if I like spasm and like open out and then just fall off? So yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that too. It's just yeah, because you're not locked in, but also at this at King's Dominion where I grew up going to, like I was saying, they had a water park. It was they had roller coasters and they had a water park. But what happened was, like, as the water park got a little older, like the slides were like built in like sections and they started to kind of separate. So when you slid down them, you felt the scratch of like the sections. You know what I'm talking about? You know what you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you kind of like, you felt like each section like going up, your back. And then like, yeah. So like back was
That's
like,
why I prefer the rapids because almost all of their slides are raft based.
Yeah.
Well, I like the lazy river. The lazy river was nice.
I love the lazy river. I also like the wave pool.
Wave pool is fun. I always the lazy river always annoyed me because it was too shallow for my taste. Because it's like I would be the one to like get out of the tube and swim underwater.
I would do that too.
Like if it's 3 feet deep, it's just like this is no fun. So yeah.
I feel like for me, the only thing that bugged me about trying to do that was that the lifeguards would always call me out and be like, "You can't do that." Like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
No, so I had to do it sneakily. So like I'd be in the tube and then like there's the gaps and the blind spots between lifeguard patrols. So I'd jump out between there, or if there was like a big cluster of inner tubes going near, maybe I'd be underwater and like hiding under the inner tubes when we went by the lifeguard.
Oh, really?
But have you guys ever done one of those trapdoor water slides?
Oh my gosh, yes, we have those at the rapids. It's so
I have no idea what that
Roman,
is.
what it is you stand in a tube and you assume the position for the water slide, and then
you're standing on this
floor out
platform
below you. So you
and then like at any second it could just open and you just drop.
That actually sounds really fun.
It is so much fun.
Really
You're
fun.
like waiting for the moment where it opens. You're in suspense. It gets your adrenaline rush.
Where do they do this? I want to do this.
They do it at
Come to
different
Florida. We have one at Rapids Water Park. I'll take you.
Okay. Well, where in Florida? Rapids Waterfall? Where?
Rapids Water Park.
What? Rapids Water Park. Sorry.
Yeah.
All
And it's
right, well,
like 20, 30 minutes from me. So
okay. Well, let's do that. Us three. We'll do the
Sounds
all right,
or
y'all need to
water
fly down to West
inner
Palm.
tube thing. That does
Y'all
sound
need to fly down to West Palm Beach. But
Okay.
Sounds doable.
not until after my Disney trip with Vincent here.
Oh, okay.
Don't. No.
Well, no.
You have 2 weeks to book tickets, so
Yeah. Not that anyone wanted to go besides Vincent for my birthday, which was very annoying, I might add.
anyway, so
I can't.
anyway, like, are we hitting that time?
Almost. I will say, my favorite ride was, or my favorite like water park ride was the one with like where it wasn't like really treacherous, but like when you're on the big inner tube.
Yeah,
Those are the best.
yeah.
And then
No,
they top you off
and
in
if
like
you get-
the swimming
if you
pool.
can get the double inner tube, so you can go with your
Yes.
friends, it's even better.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Which one?
No, any like super windy, you sit in an inner tube type of water slide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to get that in. All right,
Yeah.
Vincent.
All right.
You want to
All right,
take us
well,
out?
on that note, we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We want to thank. Be sure to like and subscribe to hear more of the conversations that really matter. I want to thank our producers, our panel, and the entire Wife to Wolf network. On behalf of Roman and Ashley, I'm Vincent, and here to say that whether you're laughing or crying, you might as well howl with it. Good night, everybody.